right, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about a very small little tip. I'm going to try keeping this video as short as I can. Today's video is going to be just that. It's just going to be a tip video. It's not necessarily going to be super broad. In fact, it's actually going to be probably the most specific video that I probably have ever created. And it's specific because it's just about affirmations. So today's tip video is really only going to be about affirmations. So if you're someone who does visualization, if you're someone who does state akin to sleep or scripting and you don't really do affirmations, this might not be the video for you. So you can probably click off. But if you are someone who loves affirmations like I do, again, that's the team that I'm on in this current civil war that is happening in the manifestation community with the affirmation side and the feel it real, just be side, whatever other side. I'm on the affirmation side of this civil war. And today's going to be a perk for the people who are also affirmations in the affirmation team on the civil war, because I got a really cool tip in today's video. So if you are into affirmations, today's video is for you. If you're not into affirmations, you can come back tomorrow or something. But yeah, let's get into it. Before this video starts, make sure to like and subscribe. If you do want to have coaching with me, if you do want to have a full 1 month of coaching with me at school.com, you can check out the bottom link in the description down below. It's full month you get to stay in there with me. I can answer your questions directly. I'm very active on there. So again, it's not like a email coaching. It's not video call like once a month. It is like a full month coaching. You can talk to me down below at school.com. You can buy the 1 month pack. Anyway, let's get into it. So today's video, when it comes to affirmations and a cheat code that I can give to you guys when it comes to your affirmations, to make your guys' affirmations work and impress the subconscious mind a lot easier and easily and quicker, is when you say your affirmations, say it from ground level. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is that if you're someone who says your affirmations from the perspective that, oh my God, it's already here, I'm living the dream life, I can't believe this. If you're saying your affirmations in that way, you might give yourself some sort of euphoria for a little while, but then when that euphoria comes back down, you're going to naturally go into waver mode again, and you're going to kind of create resistance, and you might even give up, which is like the worst of the worst thing you can do in manifestation. But if you do your affirmations from a ground level and you say that your affirmations are your floor and you don't really care about it that much, oh my God, this is so good. If you're like, dude, my floor, like my worst circumstances is that I have what I want, you basically put yourself on the pedestal naturally. You basically lift up your self-concept up immediately. It is that good. If you're someone who says, let's say you're trying to manifest, $1,000 a day. If you say, oh my God, I have $1,000 a day, and you feel like you're on top of the world immediately, and you're like, okay, now I'm really on top of the world, and now I can do whatever I want, and your self-concept is super high, that might not be sustainable. And again, you might waver and you might drop in that euphoria feeling and you might climb back down. But if you say my floor, like worst case scenario, I have $1,000 a day, I'm making $1,000 a day. Worst case scenario, I have this. Instantly, you're going to feel that grounded level. That is an amazing thing to do. If you're someone who says, hey, me at my worst is I have the SP. At my worst, I have the SP. That's amazing. At your worst, you still have it. If you can ground yourself saying, I have this at my very worst, and it's kind of like a normal thing, and you're not really super in this euphoric feeling, that's really good. I know this sounds really contradictory because a lot of people say, you have to feel the relief and you have to feel it real and you need to feel emotion and be in the frequency and all this dumb talk. Not only do I disagree with that, but I almost invert it. I almost go the exact opposite direction, where I say, try not to feel it. Try to tell yourself at your worst, this is ground level. You're not even that excited about it. Like your floor, the worst version of you still has them. The worst version of you still makes $1,000 a day. The worst version of you gets a A on your exam or whatever. If you can ground it and just really be like, this is just who I am. Like me at my most naked state, me at my most vulnerable state is that I make $1,000 a day and the world will know I make $1,000 a day. Me in my most naked, vulnerable state is that I have them and the world knows I have them. That is really good. That's good for me anyways. That works for me. Might not work for you. I don't know. I don't know why it wouldn't work for you. And I gave this advice to some other people to work for them. But if you can ground your affirmations and have your dwell in your imagination as the person who says, yeah, at my worst, I have them. And it doesn't matter what you're feeling or how bad your other circumstances are. You can be like, at my worst, I still have them. I still have the money. I still have this. At my worst, at my most vulnerable state, as my most naked self, I am this person. That is good. And the way you do this is when you do your affirmations, instead of saying your affirmations from this really braggadocious, egotistical manner, just say, yeah, I naturally, calmly, easily, every day make this amount of money. And they talk to me every day. This is just normal. It's natural. And they're never going to go away from me, because at my most vulnerable state, if I don't have anything, that's a part of me not having anything. They're just with me. Like we're connected forever. It's like at your most vulnerable state, most people still acknowledge that they have 2 arms and 2 legs and eyes and ears and everything. Just add one more to that. Say, at my vulnerable state, at my most worst vulnerable state, I still have the person. They're always going to be here at my most vulnerable state. And that could be your ground level. That is a really powerful thing to do. At ground level, at your absolute worst, if you can affirm that you're still with them, and it's just easy and you don't really have to think about them, and it's just everything else in your life that you're trying to get to, they're always going to be there. Or you're always going to have the money, because at your worst, you're this person and it's natural. Try making your affirmations and your manifestation as natural as you have arms and hands and legs. Just be as natural as you can about it. Be as calm and not really excited about it. Now, again, I know this sounds very contradictory. I know this might not even work with some of you, but the ones that this advice can work for, those people are going to love this advice. Again, this advice might not even be for most of you. It might even be for just a few of you, and that's it. But the ones that have tried this, they love it, because they're like, it's just so natural. It's so easy, to the point where you are so calm, and you basically turn your goal from this super high up thing that you are trying to get to, and you bring it down to your level, and you put yourself on the pedestal naturally, and you work on your self-concept naturally, because your natural self-concept is just going to be, yeah, I have them. Even if you have a low self-concept, your low self-concept is you still have them. Your low self-concept is you still have the money. Like, you understand, like, this might not be the best video. It's definitely not the best video I've ever made, because I'm having a hard time explaining it, but some of you are going to understand this video, and some of you are going to be like, this works, and this works really, really well. And to those, awesome. I may have contradicted some of my other talking points that I made before, months ago. I know this video sounds very contradictory. I know it does, even when it comes to myself. But this is a very specific video. Like I said, a very specific amount of people are going to understand this. Not everyone's going to understand this. Not everyone is going to understand this. But that is my tip for today's video. My tip is, make it natural. You don't have to feel euphoria. And you might not even say in your affirmations, I'm so excited that I have them. Just say, I have them. It's natural. I have them. I easily have them. You don't need to be that excited about it. You don't need to feel very even happy about it. Just say at ground level, at my weakest vulnerable state, I have them, I have the money, this is who I am. And when you say this is who I am, that's exactly what's going to be exported to the 3D, because again, you manifest your identity. Whatever your dominant identity is, whatever you dominantly assume about your identity, that is going to be expressed out. So it works really quick when it comes to people that I helped. So maybe this helped you, maybe it didn't. Maybe this confused you. Most of you, I imagine this advice actually confused you, but some of you, it didn't confuse you. Some of you, this literally just changed your life. So you're welcome for that. Sorry to all the others that kind of, I may have ruined their lives. Some of you guys have really confused, but some of you didn't. Hopefully there's a lot of you that I didn't, and hopefully there's a lot of you that actually helped out. Okay? I'm just going to leave the video there. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Again, if you do want to have coaching with me, you can check out the bottom link in the description down below at school.com. You can stay there for a full month because it's a really great deal. You can stay there for a full month. You can have contact with me for a full month. And I can really understand your circumstances better in the group chat. So check out that if you want to have full access to me. Check out the bottom link in the description down below. Anyways, that's for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, bye.